The Spin to Win Cup continues. This time we got Brawl Until Fall against Griefers Don't Know, and we're starting off with a pretty decent combo over here, featuring Probius, Page Biscuit, playing the Protoss character as Oscar is on Malthel. We got Hawk on Tacita, Donkey Kong on Garrosh, and Quizzy on Whitemane. Over on the right side, the red team, Griefers, they still don't know. We got Samantha on Oriel, Warzeus on Vala, Shima on Blaze, Switzy on Diablo, going on to the Soul Shield on level 1, and Nerf Valera is playing Kira. Oh, auto attack build also for Vala, so a little bit of a bold choice over there. Only a solo support for her currently. And the front line, I mean, we got a triple melee essentially, so they think she has enough space and time to really work with this. If they can keep her alive for the Gambit quest, that's a question that we're going to answer soon. But let's see how this goes. Probius is of course going to try and push the lanes. We're on level 1 with Warp Resonance. And then we got Tasta, because we're going full Protoss here, with a static charge. Now, once again, if you're not unfamiliar with how the tournament functions, the teams go to a website, they don't really draft competitions, but they spin an RNG wheel for every single position, and they get a random hero assigned to that position. That ensures that you still have a front line, a back line, and of course a healer, but within those roles then the rest is all up to RNG. Red team immediately opening up with a bit of a bang, taking down Garrosh and Whitemane, and Vala is working it. Look at our girl here, 21 stacks for her already. So that's a decent start for Griefers Don't Know. Brawl Until Fall. What happens in Fall? Like, what happens in Fall to the blue team? Are they just gonna hibernate? Is it a couple of sloths or bears or whatever other animal hibernates? Do sloths even hibernate? I don't know. Maybe they're a bunch of squirrels. Whatever it is, but apparently something happens after Fall. So either way, until then they're brawling out hard. And since right now we actually have quite the season for them, I expect big things. So they need to bring this back. Currently they're 0-2 in kills. Teams are both going for camps. And Vala is very likely soon going to try to move in for some additional damage so that she can work that auto attack damage. But already we got Oscar down at the bottom of the map. The 1 versus 1 not going all too well for Malthale. So far Kira is doing a solid job here. Middle of the map, a little bit more action happening here now too, as the level 4 talents are starting to kick in. With that we're also getting the Incinerator Gauntlets for Blaze. The whip, of course, the repeated offense. Oh yeah. Slap me, baby. There we go. Repeated offense for Oriel. She's wielding that whip whenever she can. And, well, Vala now with 26 stacks. She's just going to work those auto attacks as time permits. Has gone into Death Dealer. So, we kept her alive up to this point. I mean, even if she dies once, you lose a bit of your auto attack damage. It's just a question of how often your opponent can really just take you down. If you lose all of it, then of course it's a different story. But she has a couple of thankful targets over in front. She needs to be careful that she doesn't get blown to smithereens here, and this is where that triple front line comes into play. I still wouldn't hug Garrosh, cooldown or no. If you time that badly, you're gonna get wrecked. As Probius just did, at the bottom of the map by Nerf Valera, so it seems like Kira is doing pretty good over here. Good for her. So, with Kira doing the job and adding the 3rd kill now to the Griefers, the first objective is up for grabs and the teams can start to move over and try and free the prisoners here. Get even more lane pressure going. Blue team, I mean, they got the damage essentially. Tacita is not too bad. Once the level 10 kicks in, I still expect that we're going to see last rites from Malthale, so he can act as a finisher for the team. It's a big map. Probius being a push tool can help them push a lane down. But currently, it's just that the Griefers have a comp that seems to be a bit more well-rounded with how they are working that front line. They got CC that they can stack. They got a very strong side laner, of course, in the form of Blaze. Kira can also hold her own here. Vala with auto attack, very nice with single target damage, and then you have Oriel with basically endless overload. This combo that works out. Level 7 talents are kicking in. That gives us, as usual, Hot Pursuit for Vala, so more mobility here for her too. And we get the Energized Cord for Oriel. Now, nothing too crazy just happening yet. None of the teams have made a move for the prisoner camp either. I suppose it's going to change soon, but Vala immediately with an aggressive vault forward. No fear over here. Warzeus has no fear. And again, dude, eventually this is going to backfire, my friend. if you keep vaulting forward this aggressively, eventually you're paying the price. So, up to now, it's been working. Vala is at 48 stacks, so that means that she gets the first quest reward in just a moment. But, yeah, absolute carnage here from Vala. She's like, yeah, I don't care, I'm gonna be safe, I'm a believer. She's an optimist. She's an absolute optimist here. Now, they are making some plays for the objective, not really forcing anything, but at least nibbling around the edges and seeing if they can get some progress done. Whereas Garrus, of course, hoping to catch somebody out of position. No problem for Diablo, though, pushes out right away. Oh, and nice! Tacita is helping out too. Vala just stands there and takes it. That's the advantage of having a pocket healer. So Oriel is just sitting there like, you know you can move, right? You don't have to eat all the damage. I know I can heal quite a bit, but you don't have to force it here. I really hope that we're going to get to the point where Warzeus is acrobat with Vala, because I just imagine him tumbling around the entire map with one vault after another. So yeah, this is going to be fun. 62 stacks for now. Damage numbers should actually reflect that too. Vala is not top damage yet, but is going to work on it. Top damage is currently Tacita with 16,000 damage. Kira follows with 15k to her name. And it is actually the red team that has snuck in a bit of progress. But teams are hitting level 10 abilities right now. That gives us... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Garrus with another connect here, but gets immediately pushed out. Typical ults that you would have expected. Diablo going for the lightning grasp, and now the blue team is locking in the level 10 abilities too. And not too many surprises. I mean, we got the black hole over on the side of Khaldor. I mean, let me know. So generally, oh, last rights, nice, the Aegis. But look at that, Khaldor coming in and murdering Vala and Oriel. There's that double kill, and Vala loses some of her auto attack speed now too. So that was a fantastic play from the blue team. But yeah, Tacida's choices here, good damage from him as well. And I mean, I have a lot of life experience, you know, I had a lot of jobs in my life. I worked as a policeman, I worked as a fireman, a pizza delivery boy, a real estate agent. And of course, in that vein also as an astronaut. I explored many a black hole in my life. And I can tell you that I absolutely am okay with the choice that Tacita made here. I think this is a really good move by him. And as a man with experience, I can tell you, this is going to benefit him throughout that game. If they can win, that's a different story, of course. But hey, time will tell. So, 2 kills to 3. Definitely a little bit more even right now. Once again, Garrosh moving in. Diablo up at the front. Oriel gets murdered by Garrosh. Decimated. And this could be brutal. Diablo's still on the run. And he makes it out. Both of them somehow escape. But it's all of a sudden the blue team that is really, really pushing the agenda here. And they also get the first objective. So kudos to Brawl Until Fall. This was quite the little early game comeback that they executed here. Definitely a bit of a 6.5 out of 10 moment. And it gave them the first objective that they can now use to fight back a bit on these lanes. This is exactly what they're trying to do. Vala is also still stuck on 68, now 69 stacks. So her progress has slowed down a little bit. That tends to happen when you die. Down here, hello, Kira, last right, and get wrecked. Kira gets murdered, 4 kills to 3, level 13 soon for Brawl Until Fall. And I think the Griefers are a little bit blindsided here by all of this. Game was going well for them. 3 kills to 0, they were the ones that were making the moves, setting the pace of the game. Now all of a sudden with a double kill against Vala against Oriel, things have changed very quickly. So they're trying to regain the position they held earlier, are making their plays. Vala, of course, also trying to get a few more stacks together. Always dancing around Garrosh here and working the auto attacks. 79, 80, not doing too badly, but still has to be careful. Again, they go for Diablo. And Garrosh, the barbecue! Yeah, but it's Vala who dies. Vala is gone, and guys, that's the second time now that she's fallen. I talked earlier about how you can die a couple of times, not really too big of a deal, especially if you're getting a lot of stacks together and you're essentially trading auto attack speed for auto attack damage. But right now, that means 10% of the auto attack speed she gets through the quest challenge on level 1 is now gone through the Gambit quest. And that is starting to hurt a little bit. She is definitely the hyper carry of that team. so they need to be a bit more careful. I said earlier that I expect that these aggressive vaults and the aggressive play are going to backfire eventually, and I think this is exactly what's happening right now. 5 kills to 3, the level advantage for Brawl until fall. Middle of the map, the camp also pushing in. Green team is a bit more diligent getting these camps. And now they are rotating towards the top to try and put more pressure onto Blaze, who's already in front. That topside fort is now to 50% of its HP. Yeah, and I think they have a chance of pushing for more here. The raw damage numbers, we have 40,000 now for Tassadar. Vala is, by the way, only at 23,000, so she's still behind Kira, just name none. She can absolutely not contest the damage that Tassadar is putting out to this point. If she is able to stack her level 1 a bit more, we'll get that auto attack going, then yeah, maybe. But as it stands, Tassadar is ruling the game. And all of the forts that we have on the red team side are now damaged. At the bottom it's taking a lot of damage, at the top it's the same, even in the middle, lost a few hit points. So Tassadar down here has to move out, does so pretty quickly, not taking any huge risks or anything, knows that a flank is coming. But that leaves the blue team with 3 heroes at the top side, and they're using that right away to push for that move. And I talked a bit about Probius in general and how he can really dominate the lane. That's of course part of why they're currently doing so well out here. Now that the next objective is coming up, the problem for the red team will be that there is a talent, or there will be a talent advantage for their opponents. And level 16 talents are always a huge power spike that can really wreck you. Tassadar is also at 195 stacks currently off static charge, so he is working the damage up even further. We have Whitemane with shared punishment, and Vala got immediately attacked again with Malthael just sitting there waiting for the last ride, but now they might retarget. But a great stun combo. Garrosh still walking out of it though. He just doesn't care. The barbecue from Diablo, he doesn't care about it whatsoever. The problem is, last ride gets negated by Aegis once again. Malthael really needs to play around that cooldown a bit, but they're still able to go for Diablo, and this time he falls. Diablo down. He loses his souls, is coming back onto the map though, so they can still fight here in a 5 versus 5, but he has lost a lot of hit points, and that can backfire quickly, of course, if they're re-engaging into the battle now. Vala at 117 stacks, so 2 of the quest reports now through the level 1 talent. They're still waiting for 16, which will also give a 1 report. Really powerful tool against the blue team in general, talent, of course. Synergize to the build. Misses the Rain of Vengeance. Fight not over though. Quest completed for Tassadar as he re-engages here too. Diablo at the front needs to be careful and is already heading back, and the blue team is pushing for the objective. They have taken the lead here, and they're trying to grab the second objective of the game. They already had the first one, whereas Reapers, they are looking for experience. They really want that 60 talent, they want to have it quickly. Once again, the trigger, Diablo, Aegis, saves him for now, might only delay it. They go for Swootsy again, and he's dead. Diablo is gone, Vala is on the run. Great jet propulsion from Blaze, and Malthael is gone. The last right's not enough. It's a 4 versus 4 now. Good move by Blaze and Vala, but they cannot deny that objective to brawl until fall. The blue team walks away with another set of great. No! The kills! Vala and Blaze fall to Probius, and now we have Kira. Oh my god, the entire team getting wiped. Full 5-man team wipe. Everybody taken out, and that was solid. Absolutely solid performance here. 11 kills to 4, and this hurts. Not only did they lose the objective, but in the same move, they lost the entire team. Diablo is back, but alone he won't be able to do anything. The topside fort has been destroyed earlier. Now the middle one has fallen as well at the bottom. And no surprise, obviously, this one is going to go down too. And that leading experience has now been extended to 2 levels. So they are going to do a lot of work. And they're also closer and closer to level 20. Nearly at level 19 for the blue team. This was huge. It was a huge objective for them. Absolutely fantastic lead now, and it's getting tough. Vala died again, which means that now she's missing out on 15% of that extra attack speed bonus that she got with the Gambit talent.
Garrosh just survived pretty much everything. Yeah, Tazza hasn't even died yet. Tazza is the only one in the entire game that hasn't even fallen once. And as they're pushing for the middle keep, topside wall has been opened up, so that's another opportunity for later on in the game. At the bottom of the map, the gate has fallen. Some of the towers might get destroyed too. They at least get damaged. And the blue team isn't even done. They're still making some moves. They have some camps to go through. Boss is up as well, and that seems to be their next target. They are moving in for it, and they have, of course, vision of at least Kira at the bottom of the map. So they know that wherever the red team is, Kira won't be able to move towards the top in time to contest this here. So they are absolutely unafraid. If the red team pushes in, they can take a 4 versus 5 and fight it out. But it seems like they're all going to be just a little bit too late. And that's a boss. They could go for the double boss play if you want to wait for the Dread Talents, unless, of course, this fight goes... Oh, the Aegis! Yeah, that's Svala going to get. That's 20% of the attack speed bonus gone, and boy, are they losing out here. Yes, Auriel gets isolated too, so that's another kill. We're looking at 13 kills to 4, and of course that gives extra experience to Brawl until fall, resulting in them running their Storm Talents. Yep, that one's gonna hurt. That one is gonna hurt a lot. Malthael moved towards the middle to take the camp out. I suppose that he's going to rejoin the team after, but they're at a minimum looking to get 1 keep here. Maybe a bit more. Diablo now falling. They have a chance to get more for sure. That's 3 heroes down, only 2 defending. The keep is a goner, 100%. The only question is what decision are they going to make afterwards. Make a play for the boss at the bottom, make a play for the objective, just trying to go straight for the keep in the middle, or are they even willing to try and go for the core, which is of course a bit tricky if it still has 2 armor upgrades, but given the power of the boss here, they might still do that. Malta in the middle, so is Probius, so it seems it's going to be a double keep play, and you know what? If they are able to stack a few more kills here, they might just be going for the boss after all. Kira goes down. Keep in the middle is about to be destroyed. That will remove a second armor shield from the core. And they're just going for it. They have him in a chokehold already. And Brawl until fall just keeps pushing. Push where there's mush. The Griefers in trouble. The core is low. Boss is gone. But look at Blaze. He falls. The keep is eliminated, which means 2 of the armor shields are now gone. Vala gets attacked again. Aegis saves her for a bit longer, but they're absolutely destroying everything here. And Brawl until fall is gonna lock in the W and another 5. Not quite a 5-man team wipe, but they did well. They win the first game of the best of 3 series here in the group stage. Nicely done. GG and well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. And we're heading into game number 2 of the series. A 1-0 lead for the blue team with Paige Biscuit on Sonya, we got Oscar on Malthael, Hawk on Junkrat after just performing on Tasta, Donkey Kong on Anubarak, and Quizzy with Deckard Kane. Over on the right side of the map, the Griefers. Let's see if they finally know how to win one and bring game 3 about. We got Warzeus on Greymane going into Viciousness. This is level 1 talent. Nerf Valera with Brightwing got demoted onto the support role. Swootsy on Malthael. Shima on Sergeant Hammer with Ambush. And we got Samastha on Garrosh. So let's get that party started. Let's see if they can bring this back. This time when we're looking over to Brawl Until Fall, they're looking again at 3 melee heroes. The range damage dealer being Junkrat, who's actually not a bad choice for this map either. I mean, again, there is an RNG factor here, but they have interrupt potential against turn-ins now when those gems are being collected, and time will tell who dominates on the objective. They go blue team in game number 1, but here they go for Malthael. Claim for the second time now. Malthael on the move back. We have actually a mirror match even. Malthael against Malthael at this point. It's one of the oddities that we have for this format here. And honestly, it's weirdly enough one of the things that I kind of like. At first, I was a bit weirded out. I was like, oh wow, that can actually happen too. But it's kind of funny, and at least for, I think for people that played Heroes of the Storm already in the early alpha, this is very limited, because back then the Heroes pool was of course a lot smaller than we have today, and essentially every single game that we had featured mirror play. only when more heroes get refused, we have enough heroes that we can start with drafts, and we could ensure that even in a best of 5 series, we didn't have to resort on any kind of like weird combos. So right now we are in a world where this is a rarity, and most of the tournament formats just don't allow for that. So I'm not quite sure if I want to have it in like a massive prize money tournament environment, but at least it is a little bit more light-hearted approach in the amateur season. It's kind of cool. Big jump forward there by Nubarak. For a second I thought he might just dive straight to his death the way that we engaged in that situation, but he's still fine. We're talking about his build and his Beatles. Get all of those Beatles in. And yeah, Warzeus and Drayman. I like it. Drayman is always kind of fun. It was always a shame when he kind of disappeared and then he came a bit back, especially played through the Chinese and Korean meta when they still try to empower him with Divine Shield, for example, and then you just go ham. As we played a lot also Battlefield Eternity after a little break that he had. And now with Sergeant Hammer plus Greymane, you have some really nice tools. So the red team has definitely a couple of strong picks here. Brightwing as a support, of course, also fairly solid. The Fruit Fly can assist them with here. And as a finisher with Marcel as last right, there's a lot of cool things that we can do. Now, what I want to see is, amongst other things, what exactly Sonya is going to pick. This is still the amateur scene, so I wouldn't put it past them to just go full leap and try something Wombo style where you leap in, you push some damage over, and then you just go for last rights. This time there's no Ori on the other side, you just simply use Aegis to go for a cooldown straight and save the target. So if you play your cards right, then you could get a lot of stacks with turn-ins have happened, at least some of them. Oh, blue team, careful! Page Biscuit still alive, the spin to win survival lesson. And Sergeant Hammer falls. Most of the gems recovered, so that was pretty important. But still a good move, and also first blood in the game. So brawl until fall with another kill. The first kill in game number 2. And here comes the turn-in attempt. Quite a lot of them have already been able to turn in, but the red team didn't just wait this one out. They went towards the top turn-in spot and delivered some of their gems as well. And they have enough gems to get the first turn. So if they are able to move the heroes over and turn in, they might have the first web weavers of this. Malthael. It's Malthael against Malthael at the bottom of the map right now. We could see some pretty funny interactions actually. They don't both of them go for last right and they just drop it on each other. It would be kind of hilarious. It's gonna be interesting to also see who has, you know, more damage, more impact in the game. Builds currently are also starting to differ a bit between the two of them. Red team, are they going to complete this one? We need 11 more. Warzeus is turning in. That's another 8 that he can get. Oh, and that's a dead Nubarak. Yep, body blocked into oblivion. Nicely done. So it's a kill for a kill, and it is the Griefers that have taken a small even experience. Now, to be fair, they actually were ahead in the early game on the first map as well. So on Outbreak Pass, they initially took the lead, and then they started to lose control of the team fights in the game. But things might change here. The first objective is coming out on for them. Top side, Greymane, he is already crushing this. Greymane in one form and structures is destroying things. And there's nobody really dealing with him, so even before the web weavers arrive, they've been doing well, but I think he stayed a bit too long. So, yeah, that's not good. This is not the moment to die. Garrosh is trying to save him, might actually be able to pull it off. Whoa, and just barely does it. Good job. So, that was kind of cool, but if you just moved back, didn't get attacked like this, I think they could have done a whole lot more here. Now, in the middle, the attack, of course, still persists. They're still attacking here. They're taking the wall down slowly. But the blue team they're actually defending better than I expected. With Greymane doing all that damage initially at the top lane, and then heroes still sitting in the middle, waiting for the objectives to arrive to crush this, I really thought there's a potential. I thought they have a chance to take the boss down. What the hell are they doing? To take a fort down. What? Okay. I did not see that coming. Neither does the blue team, by the way. They are not seeing it coming either. So they're just sneaking the boss in. They're just like, what if we just go in before level 10 and take the boss?
at the 5-minute mark, more or less. And that's what they did. So all of a sudden there's a boss marching through the top, and Brawler Until Fall is probably sitting there thinking like, what the hell just happened? We thought they were, I don't know, maybe taking the Siege Giants, but not the boss top side. Now level 10 kicks in, and they might even push with this. Wizard Duelist on level 7 for Greymane. We get gold for him. And Nubrak isolated for a moment, but they cannot get the kill, even with heroic abilities. But that's a lot more damage up at the top. That's a sneaky play though. They're just thinking, hey, Greymane is fantastic in that slot. We got Sergeant Hammer, let's go for it. We're pretty quick about it, and we're just taking a bit of a risk here. And no one paid off. There's Leap. I love it. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. So they indeed go for Leap. Sonya is nowhere near this fight though, but we could still get a last fight skill here. Ah, no, that's too eager, too trigger happy. If you would have just waited, that would be nice. I mean, it's a kill regardless. Greymane goes down, but if you can start stacking with Malthael's last fight and get that cooler reduction, that was great. Yeah, there's Leap, and there's the kill. Brightwing is down. Well done. Bottom of the map, that's where we have Malthael still pushing, and he has Siege Giants to help him out too, so he's not even alone. They're getting a lot of damage here. But the blue team has no web weavers of their own. They got 3 kills to 1, both teams at level 11. Lots of damage already done by the Griefers. That little boss play that they executed wasn't too bad either. But let's see what the blue team can now do with their first set of web weavers. And down here, alright. That should be a kill, but he doesn't have the cooldown, and Sonya got destroyed. Malthael on the red team side is a really good move here. And that's the problem, because earlier, blue team's Malthael YOLO'd out his ult, so didn't have the cooldown ready in that situation. That's the first stack for red team's Malthael, so he is doing a bit better on the cooldown reduction and might be able to use that in the upcoming fights. Sonya is back in a moment, but that was of course a kill for the Griefers. This was great because it made their defense so much easier. Not a whole lot lost here. Now the rotation down to the bottom, but they are only 4 heroes here. So it's going to be a 4 versus 5 in a moment once that Greymane moves in. Sonya thankfully for them is also on the move, but Nubrak is already taking damage. That's him gone, and that is 14 gems that just got destroyed here. So, well done. 3 kills to 3, and the red team is slowly pulling ahead. Nearly level 13 talents now, and they're doing even more damage. Sergeant Hammer just firing away. Malthael, by the way, the Malthael versus Malthael battle is now really very heavily in favor of the red. Ahead in damage, ahead in stacks, doing really well here. Now Sonya gets attacked again, leaps in, and they get a kill, and they trade Sonya's life. She basically thought, alright, I'm gonna die anyways. Might as well set up a kill for them. Greymane falls, so does Sonya. 4 kills to 4. Sergeant Hammer still pushing, obviously top damage in the game now. Then again, Junkrat isn't too far off. Junkrat is very close on the damage numbers too, with now the Unfettered Assault coming in on level 13. I love looking at the 2 Malthael players, just now seeing, you know, them both with 1 stack on their ult. So yeah, they're gonna fight this out over a long period of time. 50 stacks delivered or 50 gems delivered by Griefers, don't know. And here comes the next web weaver wave for them. So they're working on the web weavers once more. And can they? Ooh, that topside fort is gonna fall even before the web weavers come in. The boss earlier, of course, did a lot of damage here already. Now Malthael pushes the wave out and just preps everything for the objective. But down in the middle, this is actually where they could go even a bit further. Take a second fort out and more of a presence in the middle of the map. Destroy your opponent's fountains and their fallback options in big fights. 2 stacks for Wizard Duelist for Greymane. He's eager. Jumping again, and look at this, they can't do a whole lot about it. Sonya's at the bottom of the map defending, Malthael is at the top, they're only sitting here with 3. They're just giving this up, that's 1 fort gone, and instead of moving to the bot lane and trying to catch Sonya, they just keep staying in the middle. Nice. Yeah, well, the Judgment was actually trying to get Greymane a bit out of position here, and nearly did it, but they were able to open up the sidewall for him, and that's okay. Now with Malthael moving in from the top, Sonya with leap, and she murders Malthael. Nice, that was a nice kill. But Greymane turns it against Junkrat. Garrosh is low. Greyman is trying to escape, but I think Garrosh is not going to make it. No, Garrosh gets destroyed. Lots of gems on the ground. Brightwing comes in, wants to get the kill, dodges out on the damage, so no additional stack for Malthael. Save the gems too, but they're still chasing Greymane, and I don't think he's going to make it. I have to applaud, or maybe now, Brightwing gets stunned too. Can they still get a kill? Brightwing is jumping out. Greymane! What an escape! Juke City, baby! Huge! Nerf Valera saving Warzeus with that play, and Greymane himself with the mobility that he has, just jumping left, right, top, down there, just make sure that they never really got a proper hold of him and couldn't kill him. So kudos to the Griefers. That was really sweet. That was awesome. Yeah, last rights by Sonya. Another stack for the red team. And their Malthael player is just doing a little bit better, isn't he? Oh, in damage he's actually falling behind now. Yeah. He's actually falling behind in damage. Now, you could argue that he has a lot more siege damage, so he's contributing a bit more on wave clear and lane presence. So there's that. But when we're talking strict hero damage, he is being surpassed. Sergeant Hammer is still in the #1 slot. Camps are taken by both teams now. The level 16 talents are kicking in, and the red team has moved through the bottom fort. So they destroyed all the forts on the blue team side now. We got Executioner for Sergeant Hammer. Giant killer here. But it's 16 versus 16 at this point. But structurally, of course, there is a massive gap between the two teams now. Red team is holding on to every single fort, and the blue team has lost all of them. So no fountains in the middle. But a good ult from Deckard Kane. Can they get a kill? They're trying. Brightwing leading to the rescue. Junkrat with another huge play to isolate them, but gets punished for it. Junkrat is down. Last right kill against Garrosh, and that's Greymane gone. Yep, that's a double kill. They traded Junkrat's life for Garrosh and Greymane. 4 versus 3 now. Brightwing all over the place to save the remaining heroes. Nerf Valera is able to get out of the fight himself as well. And they go for Sonya again. Sonya is getting wrecked a little bit in this game. Had a lot of attempts for her to initiate the fight with Lee, but she also died 4 times now. More than anyone else. Greymane is sitting at 3 deaths. In total we have 8 to 8. 13.5 minutes into the game, and even when it looks like the blue team is starting to get some traction in these fights, it just keeps turning against them. So Griefers don't know, with some real pizzazz right now. They're trying to go and push for the first keep of the game, get more catapult pressure going. Not too badly. Blue team, on the other hand, has 2 heroes that haven't died yet at all, Malthael being one of them, the other one being Deckard Kane. Yeah, the old timer here. Okay, Luberak. Garrosh comes in, and last right. Oh, there's the kill. Yep, Leap comes through though. Follow up with last right. Both of the Malthael get a kill. 3 stacks to 2. Blue team's Malthael is doing slightly better. Look how low everybody is here. Brightwing again to the rescue. Malthael is also attempting to escape. We have plenty of gems, by the way, for the blue team in particular. They're still 1 turn in behind. So they could turn in here. 40 gems have also been delivered by the red team. So they're very diligent about turning the gems that they have. Haven't lost a whole lot, despite the fact that they also suffered 9 deaths in Sonya. Sonya is just having a bad one, isn't she? That's the 5th time that she has died. I mean, just to put this in perspective, the entire team has had 10 deaths, and now Sonya had 5. So half of the deaths of the blue team are on her alone. Yeah, that's definitely a good argument in favor of Wrath of the Berserker, I'd say. But Leap has at least gotten a few hits. Cooldown reduction on the Malthael, 15 and 10 seconds. Next fight is already coming through. Donkey Kong, careful. Malthael gets the last rights out, and Brightwing is gone. And somehow Malthael gets out of the battle. Cooldown reduction on 20 seconds. This one is not going to go through. Woodsy is under pressure here. And this is this is actually starting to look a lot better for the blue team and their side laner here. Malthael with that cooldown reduction could really have a pretty big impact in a lot of these fights if he just keeps YOLOing them out and getting those hits in. Because right now we have him already at 51,000 damage. It's actually kind of funny how the two of them are always just like trading damage, and now Reapers, Malthael players again slightly ahead in the overall damage numbers. But with the kills, that's a different story. So here's the turn-in. Blue team is gonna try it again. It's such a close game now. 10 kills to 10, both on level 19. Slight advantage for the Griefers. They're gonna hit the Storm Talent first. Maybe even Red in time for defense here. It's highly likely. So how exactly is the blue team gonna play this? Right wing is not here yet, but maybe there's the leap and utter destruction. Get wrecked. Right wing, she saw, she came, she died. Benny, Vini, GG. Yeah, triple kill against them. Quad kill as Malthael goes down. It's happening again, isn't it? We had a similar situation in game number 1. The red team did well, and then it was one big battle, and all of a sudden it flipped because the blue team just annihilated everyone. Now the level 20 talents are there. They just picked up 4 kills, getting the Ariad Crater. Really? I mean, okay, let's go for it. Ariad Crater is in. Sonya is sitting up at the top. I think the Web Weaver at the bottom of the map is going to take the fort out anyways, but now here in the middle they're pushing already for a keep. They're going to get this one 100%. So it's just simply one objective. Brawl until fall have taken the lead in kills, the lead in experience, and the lead in structures. It's kind of wild. It's all that they needed. One huge team fight victory at the right moment. Going for the core might be a little bit too ambitious. And Nubarak went way too deep, gets punished. And Sonya, yep, she dies too, but through her efforts, they at least were able to take Khaldor down. So we have now 6 stacks on last rights for blue team's Malthael. Only 2 for his opponent. So the cooldown reduction is absolutely massive at this point. He can really get a lot done in big fights that are going to unfold between the two teams throughout the game. And the damage numbers reflected at least to an extent. The Malthaels are still very, very close though. Objective is up, and look at that. They snuck the boss earlier, and they are trying to do it again. And they're going for the turn-in. Turn-in plus boss is what they're trying to do. It is a little bit telegraphed though. They turned in, and by now, Brawl Until Fall knows exactly where they are, but given the fact that Sonya and Nubarak are both dead, they cannot really contest it. They're also still stuck at their own camp, so this is a 3v boss for Reapers don't know. And they might have enough here with the Web Weaver and the boss to just obliterate that top lane. If they go through that keep quickly, they could try and make a play for core. We're 18 minutes in. Nearly 19 minutes. Boss is strong. We'll see how strong. And the entire wall is already gone. Oh, they're actually wrapping around from behind, trying to dive on them. And Nubarak with a bit of a faux pas here. But here comes the leap. And they get the kill with last rights. And Greyman is gone. So is Sergeant Hammer. Oh boy. Those are 2 important kills. All of the damage dealers are gone. Now they're going for Garrosh. Trying to take him out too. And Nubarak dives in for another stun. And they're going to get at least this one, I think. Maybe not? Alright. Fair enough. And here the boss still has to be taken out too. Bribing is honestly working overtime, trying to keep everybody alive. And she's doing a fantastic job for the red team. Not good enough to prevent all of these kills happening. 17 have fallen, but so many more could have died if not for her efforts. 89% on the core. Boss did some work. 7 stacks now for Oscar, the blue team's Malthael. It's actually crazy. 17 stacks. He is going to complete this thing. He is absolutely going to complete it. And it's going to sit at that 20-second cooldown. It's going to be crazy. He will throw out multiple of them during big fights now. And in damage, he's slowly starting pulling ahead, but it's honestly really his job as a finisher that shines. In raw damage numbers, it's not that big of a gap between the two Malthael players, but as a finisher, Brawl Until Fall is doing way better. It's also wild to me that Malthael and Deckard Cain have both not fallen yet. Both of them just haven't died yet. Blue team with Web Weavers now as well. Both of the Malphals have, by the way, gone into No One Can Stop Death, already used by the Griefers. Big push through the middle now. Trying to go straight for the core, by the way. Not even bothering with any of these keys. They're going to try and end the game here. Bit of a ballsy move, honestly, just pushing in like this in a 5 versus 5. I thought they might go instead to the top side keep and take that down first. But for that, they would have to take few of these minion waves out to get the weapon back to a good position. Now the objective in the mid lane is already defeated. Here comes Leap. Where's the last right when you need it? There it is, and it's a kill. Last rights, that's a kill. Brightwing is gone. The grenades eliminate the fruit fly. 8 stacks. 4 Malphal on the blue team, but Junkrat died too, and now it's a 3 versus 3. Started off well, but now they're falling slightly behind again. For Malphal, it's going to be interesting because he's still sitting there. He's still thinking, if I can get close to you, I'm going to drop my ult in another 5 seconds, and then you're just dead. So red team needs to be very careful that they don't give another opportunity over to Oscar, because he is going to use that. The Web Weaver at the top is also a danger. Soon gonna disappear here. A little bit too soon, so they won't be able to get any significant keep damage in. But that's essentially a wasted objective. They really thought they could go through the middle and go for the core, and that just didn't play out. If they would have focused their efforts onto the top lane or split them a bit between middle and top, I think this keep would have been obliterated, and then they would have been in a much better position. Now they are suffering a lot of pressure through their top lane because they themselves lost their keep earlier. But it's also a little bit tricky to control the game. We're 22 minutes in now. They are the ones that lost hit points on the core. Damage numbers, Junkrat 82,000, Sergeant Hammer still ahead of everyone else with 92k. Malphal players 76,000 and 67,000 respectively. And Greymane, a bit of a womp womp. He's still trying to somehow catch up with them. Sonya, I mean, again, her numbers aren't really all that bad. In hero damage, she's at 46,000. It's not too shabby, but it's really that. Look at it, 6 deaths on Sonya, 5 on Anubrak. That front line is getting absolutely crushed. Now they're trying again. Rewind even being used by Anubrak as he was trying to dive in for that stun. Couldn't get it. Not sure that was really the moment to use the cooldown here. And keep in mind, one big teamfight victory where you wipe your opponent and you can go straight for the core. So everybody needs to be mega careful. The last 2 battles have been a little bit better for Brawl until Fall, and they're 5 kills ahead, but that doesn't mean that the red team with one victory in a teamfight can't turn the entire game around again. I mean, even experience is still super even. 23.5 for both of them. Now, that might be a problem for Nubura. Careful, my friend. That's already a little bit more is lost. Deckard Kane is to make up for that. Pushing into the top. Boss is also going to be up again. Is on the map now, so that could be a factor too, depending on how the team fights go from here on out. Riptire is out. Trying to go for Malphal maybe. Sonya has not made a move yet with Lee, but will probably soon. There's the jump. They're trying to get the kill on Greymane again. Greymane gone. Last rights. Bye-bye Garrosh. 9 stacks for the blue team's Malphal. And with a bam and a slam, we see Garrosh, Malphal, and Greymane all fall. And now they could technically even go for the core, but just taking down the top side keep would already be pretty good. But they are a little bit hesitant here. They want to go for the boss instead, as it seems. Not a bad choice either. Gonna play it safe here. And it's a 3 versus 5 after all. So yeah, play that a little bit slow. Anchoring the play on the side. Nice. And the red team is really trying to fire here. They can't stop this. They shouldn't be able to. Leap is back up. So is last right. Leap is in. Bye-bye, Sergeant Hammer. No way. No way they save her here. There's the last right. Counter kill at least against the Nubarak, but everybody's now jumping in. Brightwing is gone. Malphal is on the run. Crest is, by the way, completed for the blue team, so they have him really down to a 20% cooldown now on last rights. And that's everybody wiped. Entire team is wiped, and now they can easily go for the boss, make a move here. Bottom keep has, by the way, been destroyed by the minions alone, so this is a fantastic spot for the blue team. If they delay this a little bit, they might even be able to get a Nubarak back out onto the game, because Maltel, for example, is down for another 60 seconds. So if they play this really, really slow and safe, the Nubarak can join them, they can push for the top. Either way, it's very difficult to stop. If you have a 25-minute boss against you, and there's essentially no structures on that top lane either, that keep is going to fall within seconds, then that's just a dream come true. Catapults are already pushing through the mid and the bot lane. We have now 100,002 damage for Junkrat, so he's in the 6-digit club, as is Sergeant Hammer. It's still funny to me that the Maltel player of the red team has still more damage and more siege damage than the blue team, but of course with all of those last right kills, the impact of Brawl until Paul's hero was a lot higher. And now they're trying to end the game here. If they win it here, then it's a 2-0 victory in this group stage match in the best of 3. They're still a bit cautious, 15 kills to 25 in total, but the core is falling. The rest of the team is diving in, and Nubarak comes in here too, and this is just looking great. When the boss isn't even defeated yet, that's gonna be it. It's a 2-0 victory. They can't prevent this from happening any longer. Greymane is already gone, and that's Brawl until fall with a 2-0 W against the Griefers as they lock in the win on Tomb of the Spider Queen. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.